It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the Magisters pointed the just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
So it wasn't a dream after all. I don't even remember them strapping me down. Boring. Bored rubbish. An animal sty? Freight or food?
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully, her rectangular eyes like letterboxes to the void. With one sharp hoof, she kicks you right in the shin. Did you expect a needle? Did you expect a needle?
You there. Come here. Hey. Hey. Get me out of this cage and I'll make it worth your while. You in? Your guess is as good as mine. Someone screamed loud as a banshee. After that, pure pandemonium. They never even told me what I was accused of. Just dragged me down here. Set me free, and I'll set you free. A fair trade, I should think. A gentlewoman among jesters, you are. Give that lever a pull, and I guarantee we'll both get something out of the deal.
Before you can even touch the lever, you hear a sniff and snort behind you as the snoring Magister mumbles himself awake. One bloodshot eye opens, and then another.
Is my shift over? Are you here to relieve me? Wait, you're no Magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy scrounger? Choose your words carefully. My fists ache to meet a new face. And it's about time too. The lads and lasses up there are getting lazy. Figures they'd send one of you sorcerers down. They can barely be chuffed to wiggle a single toe. Can't just leave the prisoner alone, though. I heard he might be the one causing trouble upstairs. If it's all the same, I think it's best he comes with me. Some offence intended. You hear that, Emoire? We're taking a walk. Hurry it up, sorcerer. We haven't got all day.
A dead magister?
So much
Somebody
for
will
a
have to
peaceful
take the
stroll.
blame for this, and it won't be me.
Empty.
Not the most elegant solution, was it? And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up. I don't even remember them strapping me down. Not a very chatty fellow, are you? Not a very chatty fellow, are you? This again.
Now, where did I leave my calipers?
No marks, no indications of a struggle. No marks, no indications of a struggle. No marks, no indications of a struggle.
Empty.
Yes, this is a rare kind of magic. I'll need to write to headquarters right away. Yes, this is a rare kind of magic. I'll need to write to headquarters right away.
Now, where did I leave my calipers?
No marks, no indications of a struggle.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself. There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
No known associates. In fact, he seemed quite averse to spending time with the others.
Is he? Oh well. Some problems simply sort themselves, don't they?
Yes, this is a rare kind of magic. I'll need to write to headquarters right away.
Dungeon? You have the gall to call my laboratory a dungeon? I'd be quite annoyed with you if you didn't look so honestly perplexed.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good girl, perhaps a cure as well. An end to Source. For good. Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
My, look at the concentration on your face. All will, but no result. There you have it. See? The collar's function. It neuters you of sorts. Makes you unable to cast Source. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
She frowns and peers at you closely, resting the back of one hand on your forehead and taking your pulse with the other.
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of. I recommend a cup of mulled wine and another night's sleep. Just take it easy.
It seems as though there's a pattern in the blood flow. That can't be natural.
Good gods! There's been a murder here.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwoken followed the source that did this. Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. Two things scared the living daylights out of him. His own shadow and his own source. We'll find out who did this. Speaking of...
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. Finn was killed by Source. If a Magister could do that, there wouldn't be a Magister. It looks more like a passenger managed to slip their collar. And the rest, well, you see the evidence in front of you. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Thanks. I just want to catch whoever did this before they hurt anyone else. No known associates. In fact, he seemed quite averse to spending time with the others.
That's enough now. Ah, there you are, wife. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not-at-all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
The young woman seems about to raise her hand, but quickly remembers herself and nods pointedly at the excited children.
Who indeed? Why, my name is, Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb.
The children break out into giggles.
I say, it is.
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we?
It was one of them. I know it.
I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
I'll give you that.
You presume right.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off.
Nope, trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
You think me mad?
Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it. You take care, though.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Good luck, Chief.
Sing us Do you know Losa? She's a really good singer. I'm better, though. Listen. La la la.
It was one of them. I know it.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Can we just skip to the pub?
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, Ghetto. You hear that?
He turns his head toward you, looking you up and down, and smiles before turning his attention to the ship once more.
You look like a ghetto to me. Listen if you're interested, or get gone if you aren't.
How dare you classify this slop as food? I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plagues.
His eyes snap open. He looks at you and frowns.
Murder? Ah, that's what they were going on and on about.
Unacceptable. I've never done
I wouldn't know anything about it.
dinner, and I don't intend to do away with it.
I kill a man. He knows who done it. His daddy knows who done it. And the mayor knows who done it too.
His eyes flutter shut, and he assumes his position of repose once more.
Whether they catch me is another matter, but I ain't one to hide my accomplishments. The ship, of course.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And?
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hand you right over the side of this ship with him.
Please, please, please. That's enough.
Then you're not listening hard enough, mate. Go on.
How dare you classify this slop as food? I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plagues.
You've got ears on your head, haven't you? Do you need me to show you how to use them?
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty.
There now, just like that.
All I was given.
Unacceptable. I've never
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
There, you heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, Ghetto. Good news.
That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten.
No, you beautiful idiot. That wasn't any rat. It was the wheel. Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east.
You've got this wolf on a leash now.
Burn my beard. That means if we've been travelling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
How dare you classify this slop as food? I've seen more appetizing things coming out.
Ah, so you've eyes as well as ears, eh? You'll go far, mate, even here.
Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was given.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, no indeed, Ghetto. But that ain't my final destination.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
Don't you get saucy with me when you
That'll be all, thank ye kindly, Ghetto.
You, Joe, is that right? I've a few questions for you. That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten and then messed.
I ain't saying nothing.
kind always hung closest to our divine.
I'll come back to you, and you better be ready to talk here.
You one of them? A Divine Order loyal? They killed a sorcerer, you know. They'll hide the evidence well enough, but make no mistake.
How dare you classify this slop as food? I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like. Rolling dice. Deciding fates. Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. As everyone lay sleeping, you lay awake thinking of someone back home. A very special someone.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
You were reminiscing about the things you used to do together.
Classify this slop as food. I've seen more appetizing things.
Of course it is. The truth's right there, skin deep. But don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't...
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything less than a dozen course dinner.
It was one of them. I know it.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about
Well,
us.
well. What have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up, shall we? See if you'll do.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship like this. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
That right? I always knew you'd turn our thoughts and blend best. Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire.
Oh, goodness, no. And don't even mention the demon's testes that are turnips. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor?
It was one of them. I know it.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
Yes, I can tell from your vagabond chic, a bag is as good as a shirt kind of style. I shouldn't be getting my hopes up.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying
On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after. The very basics, then. I suppose that's a start. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. Let's evaluate, shall we? As per your own testimony, you can groom, but you have the taste buds of a dung beetle and the fashion sense of a monkey in a clown suit. That won't do at all, see? I'm sad to say I must deny you the opportunity to be my slave. Ever so sorry.
I always knew you'd turn out rocks in a bent nest. Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a
You should probably come to terms with the fact that you've half a mind, full stop. You'll never attain the rank of slave with manners such as that. Still, hone your skills, and one day you may just qualify for a position in a lesser household than mine. You keep dreaming, you hear?
A no doesn't become a yes over time, you know.
Here's the register, ma'am. Good, good. Magister Williams has just about done with the last passenger. You faring okay so far? Glad to hear it. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
Keep those bubbles trained on her.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God! The woman's mad! You there, sorcerer! Go and fetch Magister Siwan! We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale, though, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts Source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
What's happened?
dwarf lies in a heap on the floor, his great beard twisted and tangled around him. He is stock. You hear a faint thud, thud. The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor, his great beard twisted and tangled around.
No, not the final dark. Not yet.
It's no use. Your words do not seem to reach her.
The dice roll darkly. They're rolling for me.
The young woman lies in a heap on the floor. She's breathing normally, but her eyes are wide open, like those of a corpse. Dark, greyish-black clouds swirl through them.
No.
The Magister lies on the floor, unconscious and bleeding from a dire-looking wound.
Hatch is blocked. I'll need to find another way. gods, damn it! Need to get off this wreck, and quick!
On the door was painted recently, judging from its pungent scent. You don't recognize the symbol, but it's clearly warning you away. You press your palm against the door to open it. The wood feels neither cold nor warm, but simply grey. The color drains from your hand, and you are left numb. It doesn't budge.
Onwards and upwards!
through the door and are suddenly face to face with an undead. His skull is bizarrely angular, and a glorious jewel sits in the middle of his forehead. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia, muttering to himself.
No. What damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree? It catches fire, it turns into must when wet, it cannot even resist acid. No wonder they're so bloody ignorant.
The skeleton looks up and notices you for the first time.
Oh. Yes? Shouldn't you be running or screaming or some such?
The skeleton groans and looks back to his book, frantically flipping from page to page.
I know your god did not gift you with much, but kindly use the little you were given. Do you look at me and think, why yes, there is someone with organs enough to drown? Trifling matters like water and poison do not concern me. No, damp robes are the most I have to fear. Once this glorified skiff hits the sea floor, I will simply walk to shore. Whereas you, I believe, have lifeboats to pointlessly squabble over. Remember, one of your...
The skeleton...
say.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
You said there were other people down there. We need to help them.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Thank you! There's a ladder right over there. You can go straight down.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear?
The Magister lies on the floor, unconscious and bleeding from a dire-looking wound.
If you can walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a... Wait! Void Woken!
Beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
Let the games begin.
They who are about to triumph salute you.
I thought Void Woken was supposed to be scary.
I've faced worse.
I'll yield to none. Telling when there might be more. We need to move.
We make a pretty good team. I hear something. It's Magister Siwan, the one who put on this damn... Sounds like she needs help.
Wait! We need to wait!
Gods! Think! There's no time.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
Those Voidwoken made short bloody work of the ship. Am I the lone survivor? It seems someone, something, wanted me alive. Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn, they made it to shore.
I know you.
bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay. Drowned and eaten by a void-woken. I wonder in which order.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright, blood-red colour. Could he be... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, two smouldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
I did survive, yes. And chances are I wouldn't have, had you not returned to the aid of your fellow passengers down in that dreadful hold. You have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that, but let's not get carried away, shall we? Now then, if there's nothing further... I'm sure I don't mean to sound condescending, but I had thought it quite self-evident I was gazing out over the waves.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me. What do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? Memories. Quite so.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see an empire. I see continents dotted with mighty cities, and shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Lost. What do you mean, what do I mean? I mean just what I say. I had a very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am? Well, more's the damn pity, isn't it? For I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World-Tamer, the Spouse of the Sun. Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the moment. The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have. Truly, a kind offer indeed. And you've already proven to be trustworthy enough. You came back for the others on that ship, after all. Fine, I accept. On one condition. For reasons I'll not disclose right now, it is imperative that I should meet with a dreamer, one of the mystics of my kind. I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me we'll look for him, and I'll extend you the blessing of my company. Jolly good. So, now that that's settled, first things first. Even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our swords will be doing a lot of the talking from here on out goes without saying. As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge. What say you? Very well. Onwards then to victory or death.
The Red Prince nods and gives you a smile that wavers ever so delicately between courtesy and contempt.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be travelling with a prince. Proper forms of address include Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, or if you're feeling particularly frivolous, Milord. As your luck would have it, I seem to be fresh out of luggage, so you won't be required to carry my belongings. Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in mind, but I'll see to it you'll pick up the rest as we go. So, without...
A black cat. Hello, kitty.
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with acute intensity. Its eyes clear, and it shakes its head, confused.
Now where shall I put this one? Hey, lady. It's a lot nicer here than that stinking boat, huh? I'm sure glad you went back to save the others. Saw one of them wringing out their tunic at the shore a few hours ago. Say hi for me. One, two, long dead of the street. 3, 4, 57 the floor. But I know nothing about any of that.
I don't think I ain't watching. That's
Looky here, mates. A fresh face. We love fresh faces, don't we? Oh, yes, we do. Why don't you join us in a round of cards? First hands on the house. Chuff to you, Chief. Here are your cards. You're up first.
You glance at your hand. 2 purple monarchs. A hard hand to beat.
Quite the hand, Freshy. Unfortunately, 2 is less than 5, and that's how many purples I've got. I reckon that makes me the winner. I'll be having your fee then. Blaming a bloke you just met for your misfortune, are ya? Ease off, or I'll go ahead and double what you owe. Simmer down, or I'll tack on a battle axe tax. Now pay up. See that, Freshie? Keep that up and you'll get along just fine in old Fort Joy. Now...
I don't think I ain't watching. That's your 5th blue just to this road.
Hope you're behaving your...
Our Father, who presideth over us all.
I don't think I ain't watching. That's your 5th blue just to this road.
What of it?
Yeah, what of it? Ah, grab it in your gobblers, the both of you.
If you don't like the game, Topsy, you can fold.
No, just because the pair of you are filthy cheating liars don't mean I can't beat you.
A little respect for Griff's right hand, Topsy girl.
I would not dream of subverting our cause.
That's it. I call court. Pay up.
Irma? Where are you, darling?
Pipe down, Farah. It's time to accept reality.
Please, please, you must help me. No one here will help me. Not one of these bastards. A child is missing. Oh, bless you, bless you. She's been missing for days now, and not a single soul will help me look for her. Irma's her name. She's about as high as your hip. Black of hair, a quiet child. Not prone to wandering off. I'm sick with worry. Completely sick. And no one in this damn camp will lift a finger to help me find her. I last saw her just here, near 3 days ago. She was playing with her little doll, and I was washing out her tunic. I turned from her for one moment, and she was gone. Left her doll behind, too. It's so unlike her. This place turns people cold. Cold and wicked. That fellow Jeth over there speaks unutterable evil, but I can't move away from him. What if Irma comes back and I'm not here? Yes, of course. Here, you should take it with you. When you find her, give her the doll and tell her, Mummy says this is for her little chicken, and it's time to come home. That's what I call her, my little chicken.
She soaks up a steady stream of tears with her shirt sleeve.
She ought to come with you then. She ought to follow you back to me. You are an angel. Irma?
No.
Where are you, darling?
The pair of you are filthy cheating liars don't mean I can't beat
She's
you.
gone, Farah. Gone!
Respect for Griff's right hand, Topsy.
Come on, old man. I
Right
can't
hand,
wait all
right
day.
weaker. Fella's got more right hands than an octopus.
That's it. I call court. Pay up.
Irma? Where are you, darling?
Pipe down, Farah. It's time to accept reality.
That's your fifth blue jester this round.
Irma?
What of it?
Irma!
Yeah,
Come on, old man.
She's gone, Farah.
I can't wait all
Gone!
day.
Grab it in, you gobblers, the both of you.
If you don't like the game, Topsy, you can fold.
No. Just 'cause the pair of you are filthy cheating liars don't mean I can't beat you.
Irma?
A little respect
Irma!
to Drift's right hand, Topsy.
Farah. She ain't coming back.
Fella's got more right hands than an octopus.
Where is
That's it.
he?
I call court. Pay up.
Irma, Mummy's right here. Where are you?
Farah. She ain't coming back.
I don't think I ain't watching. That's your fifth blue jester this round.
Irma? Where are you, darling?
Yeah, what of it?
Pipe down, Farah. It's time to accept reality.
If you don't like the game, Topsy, you can fold.
No. Just 'cause the pair of you are filthy cheating liars don't mean I can't beat you.
A little respect
I'm not
to
mad,
Drift's
darling.
right hand,
I'm not mad.
Topsy.
Where
Sweetheart?
is he?
She's gone, Farah. Gone!
Fella's got more right hands than an octopus.
That's it. I call court. Pay up.
I never want to set foot on a stuffy old boat ever again. Never.
Subverting our
old man.
Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our Godwoken speaks.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come!
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Stay silent, you!
Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She groans.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would lie to his only son, your bishop, and your friend these many years. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the Void destroy it. Dallas?
Yes, Your Holiness?
I believe we're done here.
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
Listen.
He hasn't changed a bit. Always.
The Lizard Magister, or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
She was a lizard, yet a magister. No matter her reasons, her penalty was fair.
Come on, Legsy. Pay up.
I find I need bread. I want no trouble.
Bread or a brisket? Toast is...
This is not your business, Long Pig.
Don't let this moss muncher talk to you like that. Especially a cheapskate like this one. Griff already knows she don't like to pay her fair share.
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred arms.
Just stand aside, won't you, mate? This is no business of yours.
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment, before shuffling back to the protection of his crony.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff. Especially not one of you.
The intense-looking man stands beside you against the thugs, shooting you an appraising glance. Burrow looks you both up and down, sizing up your combined threat.
Ah, get out of here. The both of you. You ain't worth...
The elf smiles and bows to you in thanks.
Follow me, before more of them trouble us. There is a safe place.
A little reprieve from the din outside.
I got you! You're cheating!
I feel him, but I do not see him. Thank you for your help with that, thug. Rare is the human who goes against their own for an elf.
She bows.
I hear of no escapes. The only way out is through. Through the Magisters, through their cure. Thugs, I can stand, but I fear the Magisters. In this cave, we trust the healer. She is young, but she sees. She knows more than we know. In the camp, the brute Griff rules. He who gives the bread has the power. It gives me great pain. I'm with my family. We are making beautiful magic. We are healing a tree cut down with great violence. The Magisters come. My family runs, but I fall. My son looks back. I shout to him to run. I am taken. Wait, before you go. I am not here without your help. I do not forget this. For you, a prize. I save it for a special occasion, but I can think of no finer occasion than this. Thank you.
You're dead!
The young girl's eyes are covered, but she turns towards you when you approach. She smiles as though she recognizes you, though she couldn't have seen your face.
Ah, hello. I see you come a long way. I see you come here seeking a great adventure. Do you find it? I see it before my eyes. It is not so bad. I know which days have bread and which days have none. I know more bread comes someday. It helps. Your life is not your own. Your life is for us all. I cannot say more. You see someday.
Her eyebrows shoot up.
There can be a way. Amiro knows. But he is gone. Do you see him? He knows how to leave. My protector, my friend, an elf like me, with a spirit bright as new leaves. He tries to help me, to save me, and he suffers very much. He is caught by those who hurt him. I wish so much for his return. And he tells you what you seek, a way out. I know I can trust you. I see it before my eyes. I see something that helps. I see a lizard. He is a lizard of many dreams, of far feeling. You do not free Amiro without him. Yes, Please ask. I know they help.
Whoever kills the other is the boss! You're cheating!
No one tells me there are so many children in this Fort Joy. Your kind I handle, but small ones. Children everywhere and an idiot for good measure. The divine truly dies.
Whoever kills the other is the boss!
You thinking messing with Griff's roots anyhow?
So this is Fort Joy.
A delivery. Surely you'll have one.
What a crumbling disaster.
Scram, snake face. Leave him be. Don't make me say it again.
Listen, I can help you if you just...
Shut up, elf. This clown? Caught him stealing from my kitchen. Still won't say where he stashed my supplies. Sound like someone you'd let off with a slap on the wrist.
Here's the goods.
Caught him red-handed trying to make off with a second crate after he took the first. Went down like a rent boy when we grabbed him. Easy. Supplies. Crate of food, citrus in particular. He'll talk, or he'll die quiet. Alls I want is my supplies. Happy to let this clown die in a gutter instead of my kitchen. Bring back my crate, and you got yourself a deal. Ain't been here long, have ya? No one gets to have it all. No one starves anyone else.
He twirls his knife between his fingers.
Divine's gone. This blade is the only god watching over Fort Joy. Listen up. Back off.
Not like this. There's too many of them.
Then it looks like you ain't leaving.
Reveal yourself!
Answer him. I told him I'd known exactly, didn't I? We already know the truth, Magister. Now speak.
I am a proud loyal to the Order. I would not dream of subverting our cause.
Please.
The cat's eyes are it appears confused.
Godwoken has asked you a question. Answer him.
I know nothing of any of that.
We already know the truth, Magister. Now speak.
I am a proud loyal to you. I would not dream of subverting our cause.
Please. Your Godwoken has asked you a question. Answer him. We already know the truth, Magister. Now speak.
I am a proud loyal to you. I will not dream of subverting our cause.
Please. Your Godwoken has asked you a question. Answer him.
I know nothing of any Verdus.
Always Stay back, sorcerer.
We know you've been helping
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than...
If you can
This can't be serious.
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Stay silent!
Atusa pinches the...
Stop! My father, the fate of... Dallas?
Yes, you're...
I...
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
He hasn't changed a bit. Always late.
The Lizard Magister, or...
She was a lizard.
Come on then, Lexi. Pay up.
This is not your business.
Don't let this...
An intense-looking...
Just stand aside.
Lone wolves
The thug...
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff. Especially not...
The intense-looking burrow look...
Ah, get...
The elf
Follow me. Before there is a safe place.
I got that special shipment he was asking after.
A little reprieve from the din outside.
You can't get me!
Thank you for your help with that, thug.
She bows.
I hear of no escape in this cave. It gives me great... Wait, before you go... I am not here. Thank you.
I know they help. You're too slow! Wait, I called a timeout!
The young girl's eyes are...
Ah, hello. I see you come. I see it. Your life is...
Her eyebrows...
There can be a way. My protect. He is caught by those who hurt. You bring me. I see something that helps. I see a lizard. I know they help.
So this is Fort Joy.
The delivery. Surely you'll have one.
What a crumbling disaster.
Scram! Snake.
Griff is slowly, methodically peeling the skin from a potato. As you approach, he looks up, setting the potato, but not the sharp little knife, down.
What? Leave him be.
Listen,
Shut up, elf. This clown, caught him stealing from my kitchen. Caught him red-handed trying to make supplies. Crate of food, citrus in particular. He'll talk, or he'll die quiet. All I want is my supplies. Happy to let this clown die in a... Ain't been here.
He twirls his knife.
Divine's gone. This blade is the only god watching over Fort Joy. Listen up. Back off.
Not like this. There's too many of them.
Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.
Griff glances from his blade to you and back again.
You already know the terms. Nothing else to say. Sure, have a look.
Here's the goods. Like you wanted.
Keep it down, will ya?
Don't tell anyone where you got this, eh?
Take your coin then.
An elf, caked in mud and blood, looks up at you from the bottom of the cage.
You believe what he says? That I am a thief? Perceptive. Like most men behind bars, I'm innocent. Like most of us here on the island, in fact. Aren't you like me, looking for a way out? Some people settle in. They don't go poking around in Griff's kitchen. They find a quiet place, wait their turn. Not you. Griff tells you, does he not? I take his supplies. But I don't take what he thinks. I do not have his oranges. I do not even see them. I tell you what I know. But first, I want to make a trade. I know a way out. I show you. And you help me out of here. I cannot die in this cage. Finally, progress. Griff releases me if he sees I do not have what he misses. You must find who steals them. After I am free, you are free. I see no one. In fact, I only hear the sound of Griff clearing his throat. You know how he does? Like so. For some time, I think Griff takes his own supplies. But I see the anger in him that he does not find it. He truly does not find what he seeks. Griff is a powerful man. Power is mysterious, in case you haven't noticed. I intend no harm. I want only some provisions. A bit of bread, a potato or two. Nothing Griff should be loath to give. I need to escape, and I have people to consider. You understand? Thank you. And hurry.
Here's the goods. Like you wanted. Everything there? Good.
Ain't fit for beasts.
If a magister finds us on you, you forget my name, here?
Everything there? Good.
Ain't fit for beasts.
Is that thing eating corpses?
The creature heaves through lips gummed with human gore. It turns to you with great effort, pain apparent in every movement, and madness screams from its wide, bloodshot eyes.
You. Quite lost. Quite lost. Careful, or they'll cross your wires. Now, a little query. Where grows the yarrow? Quickly now, for I haven't much time. Maybe I unscrew your lid and poke about inside and set your memory straight. Would that please you? Can you not remember now? Ugh! Where does the yarrow grow? Where?
What were you thinking, messing with Griff's roots, anyhow?
Is that thing eating corpses?
What were you thinking, messing with Griff's roots, anyhow? You thinking, messing with Griff's roots, anyhow?
Griff glances from his blade to you and back again.
Need something in the kitchen, do you?
Is that indigestion or is it... Oh God, not now. Where's the oil?
I've got that special shipment he was asking after. Got it.
The shrine depicts Lucy and the Divine, Avatar...
Shrine? By the looks of it.
Nice and slow.
Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.
Hey, Freshie! What you heard about a crate of stolen supplies? And don't you lie to...
She seems to fight the smile that appears at the corners of her lips.
Oh, git will ya?
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey. It appears... The cat's eyes are It appears...
Bad luck to let one of them cross your path. Innocence. Farewell, my furry friend.
Clara, she ain't come back.
He hasn't changed a bit. Always